Hi guys, it is Aurora with Goddess Gatherings, and today we are going to go over what is it that you're just not getting? Like, what's just not clicking, right? I feel like we all have that one area of our life where, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's just something that you just keep running into and you can't figure it out. So, we're going to figure it out today. So, I'm going to let you use your intuition. We're not going to have any like identifiers. It's just going to be group 1, 2, or 3. Take a moment, feel free to pause the video if you want. And when you see me next, it'll be for your reading. Okay, if you're here, that's because you chose group number 1, and we're gonna find out what it is that like you're just not getting. You're just not getting it, and that's okay. So we're gonna start with the Prism Oracle cards. And we have consciousness and ideation, right? So it seems like maybe you're not conscious of some of the wishful thinking that you may be having. It may be that, no, we didn't get the wishful, oh, we did get the wishful thinking card. Wow, yeah. It might be that you tend towards fantasy a little bit. Maybe your waking world is a little exhausting. Maybe you're a little naive. Maybe you just keep thinking about how much nicer the world would be if XYZ just happened. But whatever it is, you are not really that conscious of it, right? Let's dive into that. So the first card that we got is the Ten of Cups. Now we got it upside down. And I often like to refer to this card as the Happy Perfect Family card. Now, however, we do have it upside down. So that lets me know that, maybe our home life, maybe our family, whether it be chosen or, blood, is not quite as tight-knit, is not quite as smooth at the moment as we would like it to be. And that's leading us to a lot of wishful thinking. So this is the Six of Cups in reverse, and this always reads as like the Little Mermaid to me, and it makes me specifically think of the one scene where Ariel is talking to King Triton, and he's like, Ariel, you can't go see this human, and she goes, but Daddy, I love him. And as a kid you're like, yeah, she loves him, but then as an adult you're like, ooh, she's 16 and she does love him, but like, girl, don't give up your voice, your entire culture, and your entire family for him. No! He doesn't even know your name. So, we're doing lots of like romanticizing. We're doing lots of like ideation, lots of wishful thinking right now when it comes to our home life, when it comes to our family, right? And I think we're almost making our actions and making our plans based off of those fantasies and not based in reality, because Three of Wands is all about forward movement. It's all about you made your decision in the Two of Wands, and in the Three of Wands, you're making plans and you're moving forward, right? And you're making your plans based off of something that just really isn't there, which is concerning and is probably why you're reaching so many bumps in your journey. Now, I did go ahead and pull cards that let us know how to fix it, right? So, let's see what those are. I don't want to give you a problem and not give you a solution. So, we have cleanse and trust, but the trust is upside down. And then we have Two of Wands. Okay, yeah, here we are. I rarely explain a card by mentioning another card, so it was hilarious that I did, and then here's the card that I referenced, right? So you need to cleanse yourself of these feelings by removing your trust. Specifically, this does feel romantic, especially with the little heart on the inside of the trust. It feels like you're making plans with a partner based off of your fantasy. Not necessarily like a family unit, but specifically your partner with which you are making these plans. I think you need to kind of literally like wash your hands of them. Now, that's a lot. That's a shit ton right there I just dropped on you, because I straight up just told you to break up with your partner. But I did that because it's not going well. Like, you should not trust them. There's a reason why you should not trust them. And unfortunately, you are giving them all of your trust. Now, here's the thing that gets me with this Two of Wands in reverse. This is you making a decision. The fact that there's a decision to be made at all lets me know that you already have an inkling that they are untrustworthy, and you just have not made that decision. You are saying that inaction is fine, not confronting them is fine, and it is not, honeybee. It absolutely not. Inaction is also a choice. And as you're moving forward, you're still making those plans. By not confronting them, you are only continuing to set yourself up for failure, which is not what you want. It's not what anyone wants. But as shitty as that is, if you were to break up with them, you would actually be one step closer to the person that you are meant to be with. Would it absolutely suck? Yes, there is no getting over it. It would absolutely suck. But it would bring you one step closer to your actual prince. You know, one who knows your name, knows your hobbies, knows what you like, knows that you're not mute. Okay, Ariel? Okay, if you like this reading, if it resonated, please let me know. Please leave like either a seashell or a little crab for Sebastian, because you're my little Ariel group. You're my little mermaid group right here. And you want a whole new world, but it might be that the world that you are building is not real, and I need a solid foundation for you, right? If you would like your own personal reading, know that you can find me on venusblooms.com. I also have a monthly tarot subscription to give you a heads up about what's going on in the days to come. Thank you for spending your time with me, and thank you for sharing your energy. I'll see you around. Guys, if you're here, that means you chose pile number 2, right? And we're here to find out, what is it that we're just not getting? What is it that just isn't clicking for us right now? We're going to find out what it is. So, starting with the Prism Tarot deck, Prism Oracle deck, sorry. We've got a happiness in reverse, and we've got intuition in reverse. Okay, so what you're not getting is that you're not happy because you're not listening to your intuition, just straight up. You are unhappy because you're not listening to your gut. And I mean, how important is that? Dude, you're the High Priestess. Can we also talk about how you got 3 major arcana in a row? You are powerful. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Emperor. I always want it to be... No, it's the Emperor. That is a major arcana. Ah! Yeah, you got 3 major arcana cards in a row. You are so powerful and juicy, but you're unhappy. And you're like, why am I unhappy? I have everything that I want on paper. It's because all you're focusing on is the physical. You're not focusing on your gut. You're not focusing on your power. All you're focusing on is what you can materialize, what you can write down and solve with like classic science. That's not where it's at. Let's get into it. You've got the High Priestess, my dude. So your intuition is a core part of your being, right? You are not only intelligent, but you are also intuitive, right? And you both have like your own good connection to your gut source, but with these wings, it lets me know that you're also in a very close connection to the divine, right? To your ancestors, to your guides. That's probably what led you here today. It's probably what made you pick this pile, right? So we've got our intuition, and then we've got the devil. I love the devil. He's fantastic because he reminds us that we are the ones in control in our lives, right? So he's all about temptation. He's all about, making poor decisions. And despite your intuition, you are making poor decisions, right? You are choosing old patterns and behaviors that no longer serve you. And then we've got the Emperor here. Now, the Emperor is very intense. He's very driven. He's very powerful, and he knows what to do with his power. And we've got him in reverse here, which is letting me know that even though you are powerful, even though you are incredibly intuitive, you're kind of choosing inaction, right? Like, you don't want to acknowledge your strength. You don't want to acknowledge your power. And so you're giving it up. So you are unhappy because you're just allowing things to happen to you. Your guides, your ancestors, your angels, they are trying to give you so many signs on how to move forward and how to live a happy life. And you're just deciding to not own up to your power. Maybe it's scary. Maybe you're not, at the point where you want to admit that you have these powers, that you have these abilities, that you have this knowledge. Well, honeybee, it's freaking time, okay? Like, your guides are tired of it. I'm tired of it. You're tired of it. You just don't want to admit it to yourself. Okay? So I already think I know where this is going to go, but I did pull some cards to figure out how do we do this? How do we get what we need to get? How do we solve this action, right? Or inaction? Love, how cute. And then, yep, the Five of Wands and the King of Swords, right? So let's start with love right off the bat. An interesting one. I think you're judging yourself too harshly. I think, maybe you've always had a fear about being too much or being the weird one. I know personally growing up, I was like worried that I was going to be Phoebe from Friends. Let me tell you, I am Phoebe from Friends. Smelly cat and all. No, I don't actually have a smelly cat, nor do I play the guitar. I just am weird like Phoebe, and I am fine with that. And here's the thing, everybody else is fine with that too. The only person not fine with it is you, my dude. My dude. You need to love yourself more. I feel like maybe you even have some like psychic people in your family, maybe like cousins, but like your immediate parents like talked oddly about them, put them down, and you're like, oh, I don't want to be like Aunt Teresa, like she's weird. And so you've always made them other, but here you are relating more to them than you are to the rest of your family. So you need to tuck that away. You need to unpack that. You need to tuck away the hate, and you need to unpack why you feel that way. And you need to love yourself more, right? And speaking of love, we've got the Five of Wands. Wands are action-changing growth. To me, this card is always read as an inner magic card. And when it is upside down, when it's right side up, I feel like it's us about to burst at the seams with magic. It's almost kind of like that before you... And instead, I feel like what we need to do is we need to gather it. We need to acknowledge our inner magic. We need to pull it inside of us. We need to look at it, evaluate it. We need to see our inner magic, see our inner strength, see what makes us creative and what makes us as an individual shine. And then we're followed by the King of Wands. Oh, King of Wands. How airy of a Wands card, because he's got a little raven, a little crow. These birds in particular are always going to be signs of intelligence, right? But he has mastered moving both creatively and intelligently. We've got that action, we've got that change, we want it fast. And sometimes we'll move fast, we move messy. Not the king, right? While this card is upside down, I feel like it is not you rejecting his energy of both intelligence and fire energy, creative energy, intuitive energy. I feel like you are embracing it, right? Like we're taking all of this in. We're bringing in, the coins. I can't do it because my table has little notches, but yeah, I'm trying to do this. We're trying to bring it towards us, right? And the way that you're going to learn how to be happier is by just looking within, looking at your own magic and accepting yourself for who you are without shame, without judgment, and knowing intuitively, knowing at your core that you are good. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with people like you. There's nothing wrong with people who aren't like you either. But you need to learn how to love yourself, honey. Like, that's what you're not getting. Stop shaming yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Stop thinking of yourself as other, and just think of yourself as yourself. So you don't have to fit into any weird boxes. You don't have to categorize yourself. I really don't even categorize myself. People are always like, well, what kind of witch are you? And I'm just like, I don't know, just like cast me under the liminal energy space. Because like, what do I do here? I hold space for others. Like, I hold space for my friends. I have actual liminal services, but I am just a space holder. If that's what you want to call me, I'm a space holder, right? And that's what works for me. But if this resonated, if this clicked, leave a little bird emoji. If you can find a raven or a crow, leave a little raven or a crow. Thank you for spending your time with me. If you'd like, you can purchase your own individual reading on venusblooms.com. And then I also have a monthly tarot subscription where you can get a individual tarot reading sent to your inbox every month on the 5th. But thank you for sharing your time, your energy, your space. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, guys, if you are here, that means you are part of group number 3, right? And today we're going to find out, what is it that you're just not getting? What is it that's just not clicking, right? So we're going to start off with our Prism Oracle deck. we have growth, and we have abundance. So what you're not getting is that you aren't going to have this abundance until you do the work, until you do the inner growth. And what's hilarious is I think you think that you have been doing the inner growth, but what you've actually been doing is you haven't been doing shadow work, because what's the opposite of the sun? Is the darkness, the shadow. What you've been doing is all of the superficial work that people tell you you need to have done. I feel like you've been doing like the technical work. Like you've been doing the legal shit. You've been doing the organizing shit. You haven't been unpacking shit within yourself. You haven't been doing the part where you look and you analyze your relationship with money. You haven't looked and analyzed the part of yourself where you reject gifts because you don't feel worthy. You reject compliments because they feel uncomfortable. Why do they feel uncomfortable? Right? It's only after you do this inner healing that this abundance is going to happen, because your guides aren't going to give it to you if you're just going to let it fall out of your hands. You know what I mean? Like, I know I have literally held back on giving people gifts because I knew that they would just damage them or break them or waste them, right? Like, I want a gift to be used, not put to the side for whatever various reason. Now let's go into our Star Spinner Tarot deck. We have the Page of Swords, and then that is followed by the Three of Cups. Now both of these are in reverse. The Page of Swords, I'm going to show him to you right side up. He's very whimsical. I love him chasing this butterfly, right? He is all about learning new things, but I'm a little concerned that you don't want to learn the new things. You're very resistant to doing this shadow work. Like, I feel like people are telling you, but you're not doing it. And I feel like the reason why that is because your foundation is crap. Your support group is crap. It's very much a misery loves company kind of situation. You're all keeping each other down in the dumps together. Whether or not you mean to, that is the result. I know that I personally have taken a very conscious effort to remove negative people from my life this year. And it's whittled down my friend group a lot. But my thing is, I can't have abundance in my life if all I can ever focus on is the negative, right? And it might be that they're speaking from their own fear, where, like, you know, you come in and you're like, I got a promotion. And instead of saying, oh my gosh, congratulations, what they say is, oh my gosh, you're going to have to do so much more work now. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's true, but like, celebrate with me. And so you're constantly being thrown this negative energy. You're not going to want to do the unpacking because A, you probably don't realize there's anything to unpack. And B, you probably just think it's bullshit. But let me tell you, like, it's not. And yeah, even if you do get that promotion, even if you do get this abundance, it's literally just going to fall through the cracks. My dude, that's not what you want. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. That is not what you want. So I pulled some cards to figure out what is it that we do need to do in order to move forward. Because I'm not going to give you a problem without giving you a solution. That'd be crappy. Confidence. Okay, we love to see it. The Nine of Wands and the Two of Coins. Oh, I remember this one. This one actually jumped out. It like flipped upside down and right side up. Sorry, it flipped while I was shuffling. So it was face side up. And then it fell like this. So you need to be more confident, right? You need to be more confident in yourself. The reason why you're not accepting those gifts is because you don't feel worthy of those gifts. My love, you are. You are so worthy, right? But you need to see that, because I can sit here and tell you all day and it's not going to mean anything, right? So people would be giving you those gifts if they did not think that you were worthy. I don't just give things to people for no reason. Nobody does, right? We all have a reason. Now, how are we going to do that? Nine of Wands. Sorry, not 9, 5, 6, 7 of Wands. Very different here. Sorry. So with the 7 of Wands, normally it's a card of high defense. Normally to me, it's a card that says, nuh-uh, not in my house. But look at this guy. He makes me think of the people that stand on the side of the road and they like flip the signs and they're like, come to Quiznos, come to Subway. Aha! And you know what? That's kind of the energy that you need to have, because like, yeah, they could be there and they could just be like, come to Quiznos, come to Subway. But instead they're fucking having fun. And that's what you need to do. You need to have fun with it. You need more fun in your life. And if, it's a fake it till you make it kind of vibe. It's like, you know what? Sure, man. Sure. If you want to give me that promotion, okay, why the fuck not? I'll take it. Let's just have fun with it. That's the energy I want you to have. Because right now you don't have balance. And I feel like bringing spontaneity into it, bringing fun into it is what is going to bring you this balance that you've been craving, right? Because you are the Page of Swords, right? Like, you're an intelligent person. You're not a dummy. You're not a dummy. And oh no. No, you're too smart, aren't you? Oh, you're one of those smart, sad people, aren't you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And that's probably why your friend group is so bad, because you're probably all very smart. You're too self-aware. You're too aware of other people. I want you to not. I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh no, smart. No, you're too smart. I'm sorry. This is a stress laugh because you're like half of my friends. You're too smart, and so you understand situations too well. So, like, you need to have more fun in your life, okay? Can we talk about, we've got a butterfly with a Page of Swords, and then we've got the butterfly here. And with the Page of Swords, the butterfly is floating away from you, but with the Seven of Wands, the butterfly's coming in towards you. We love it. You are attracting that beautiful energy. You're attracting that beautiful fun within your life. And that's what's going to bring you balance, right? You need to have fun, and you need to have the wisdom that you have. And that is what's going to allow you to have the abundance that you want, right? And while this card is covered in coins, let's be real. Abundance can be anything. Abundance can be a fridge full of food. Abundance can be a fat check. Abundance can be like being gifted something. It can be being happy. Prosperity. It can be so many different kinds of things. Whatever makes you feel abundant is what you're trying to attract. And, just being happy. You could be like filled with happiness. You can be abundant in happiness. You can be abundant in peace. Whatever makes you feel abundant, whatever makes you feel satisfied and full, that is what we're reaching for here. So don't overthink it. This message was the most straightforward. Don't overthink it. Okay? I need you to have more fun. I need you to maybe not hang out with your smart friends as much. Maybe hang out with a few people who aren't as smart as you. See if they have more fun. It's all about balance. And have fun with yourself too. Whatever that means for you. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. If this resonated, leave a little butterfly emoji. And if you would like your own reading, know that you can reach me on venusblooms.com. I also have a monthly tarot subscription that goes out at the beginning of each month, where I send you a personal tarot reading and a little cute picture of your cards. But I will see you next time. Bye.